What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken very short.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Throwing is Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Set, 260. 54.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down.
53. General West. Check me out. Check. Move on the hard. Ready, move.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Set, blue 60. Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Back, back, back. 0. 59.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert looking deep for Hilton. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 89 yards. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to him, a big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert looking deep here for Ebron. He's got it at the 15. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Completes it to Aguilar. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Come on, hard, remove. Check 50, stay 50.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his own goal line, Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. 8, read. He's coming 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Hey. Switch. Bravo. Hey, ready?
Throwing on first down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Go. That's me. Deep grip.
On second down now, it's Mack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to throw. Herbert, and he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Here's Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run with Mack. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mack. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. Carlson able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready? Check, walk with me forward, I got you, pump, gonna have.
They begin the drive with Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
60, 22. 61, matchbox, lights.
This is the fullback, Sherman, trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
40 got.
On 3rd down, Stafford flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mike, look at me. Zipper. Pick up the ball. Go, Mike, go.
On 1st down, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, seam 6.
Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Brings up 3rd down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Taylor, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Stafford to his tight end, James. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run forward with a fullback Sherman. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now it's Sherman, the fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 18 Gator.
51 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie, blue draw quarter.
Mike 51. Man, I got you. Pick the edge. Come.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Switch.
They're going to try and throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Mike 5-4. Smart. No.
50.
Stafford on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, this one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw is Stafford. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Easy.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Sherman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Small.
54, right there, 54.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. Justin Houston picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Zebra! 54 is mine. Give me radar. 54. Block 54. Hey, get in the way. Look at him.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
40 gun. 40 gun. Recon. 132 fighter. And middle.
On 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back to throw. Herbert. And the catch made by Hilton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Now it's Stafford. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check 22.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gains.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30.